Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to another video. This is going to be a weekly workout video. I've really been lacking motivation recently and I think it's because we've just had so much going on. We've just moved into a new flat after our van broke down, and I don't know about you, but if my routine changes, the first thing that goes out the window is my workout schedule. So today is a fresh start. This morning we went for a nice long walk with the dogs, which is always my favourite time of the day, and then we treated ourselves to a nice cooked breakfast. I've just done a couple hours of work and then it's Adam's day off today, so we were going to go paddleboarding down the river, but the tide is too low, so we're going to go to the gym instead. I've not been to the gym for over a year, so wish me luck. I'm sure my legs are going to be crying tomorrow. Bearing in mind, I have been doing workouts at home still, but obviously my weights are only light, they're not as intense at the gym, so I need to remember to take it easy today. Are you ready, babe?
Let's go and get our sweat on.
I think we need to go pick up an energy drink first though.
Definitely.
We're going to need some motivation for this. Which do I want? Mango, passion fruit, white peach. Yeah, go white peach.
Don't put it on it.
I've already put it on now. Can't get it. Oh, it's nice that.
You like
Yours
it?
nice.
Yeah, I gone for mango and passion fruit. What have you got?
I've gone for the sparkling white peach.
Ooh.
Do you want to try some?
Yeah, do you want to try some, Matt?
Which do you prefer?
I prefer the one I've got.
I prefer the one I've got. We done.
Sweaty mess.
How did you find that?
I was sweaty, but my top's dry.
That was like, I had to stop myself from going too heavy because I know I'll be absolutely dying tomorrow.
Yeah. My hips are hurting.
Such a good time to go to the gym though when it's like lunchtime because it's dead, and that's how I like it. And there were so many more machines than when we last went, so there's some new things to try, weren't there?
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite fun actually. I used to dread the gym because it was one of them things you had just to go and do, but yeah, it was enjoyable that.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna make sure this is it now, once a week, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I still like to do my yoga and Pilates and things like that. So I think that should be enough.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll see if I can make it once a week. I do work a lot, so.
But
excuses.
I'm gonna make you come.
What?
Anyway, I think we've gone the wrong way in the park. I think
I'll go down here and then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can go upwards.
But we're just gonna mooch now back to the supermarket and get something to make for lunch, aren't we?
Yes.
And just chill. But see you again tomorrow.
That sounds like fun.
Good morning. It's now the next day and we're just going for a nice long beach walk. We've had a little lazy morning. We've even had breakfast in bed. Adam's not starting work till 1 and we've got here and there's no bloody beach.
Typical. High tide.
High tide, but still nice. Sun shining and the dogs are happy. Woke up feeling a little bit achy this morning after the gym, I can't lie.
Oh yes.
So I had to do a little bit of stretching, just 5 minutes of stretching, but I don't know what sort of workout I'm going to be able to do today because I am feeling a little bit achy.
I say go some yoga. Yeah, go a bit of yoga.
That's it, I think a nice long walk on the beach and a little bit of yoga will do me nice today. We found the beach!
We did, didn't we? The babes are happy.
She's going to have to go back on lead. Randy, come here! Randy!
Staying on lead, just chase birds and not listen.
Good morning. Yesterday I ended up pretty much just doing a tiny little bit of yoga because I was just feeling a little bit achy from the gym. so I couldn't really be bothered to push myself. And at the moment I just really do like mindful movement, so I only really do movement for how I feel that day. Then today I woke up and I just decided to do a little bit of yoga, which was really nice, and my body really needed it. And we're just going for a little dog walk now. It's now lunchtime and we had a lovely walk this morning, and after the walk we just came back to the flat, had a little bit of breakfast, and then I had to just nip next door to where my guest house is just to do a little bit of work. Home now, so I think I'm going to do a workout. I normally do a lot of workouts on YouTube, and today I'm just fancying like Pilates, but like more of like an active style Pilates. There's two girls on YouTube that I really enjoy their workouts. One's called Move with Nicole and the other one's Olivia Lawson. So Olivia Lawson's just put on a new one, which is a 35-minute standing Pilates workout. So I think I'm going to do that today, just with some like little lightweight. I mentioned earlier that I now just do mindful movement because about 7 years ago I used to have a really unhealthy relationship with food and exercise. I used to work out for 1 to 2 hours every day. I used to eat probably about 1,200 calories a day. I used to eat only diet food, only low fat food, totally different to what I'm like now. I was just obsessed with like trying to get a six pack, and I didn't realise that actually you can be too healthy. It was only when I went to the doctors, because I was having problems with my fertility and my menstrual cycle, that they actually said to me, your body fat is way too low. So my body fat had gone down to 11%, which meant that my menstrual cycle had stopped. You actually need about 18% body fat for a healthy menstrual cycle. We're all different. Some people can get away with a bit less body fat. It's probably just down to your genetics. Yeah, I realised that I had an unhealthy relationship with exercise, and this mainly like stems back to like being a child. I was like a bit overweight as a child, and I mean, it's probably the same now as it was then, to be honest, but a lot of words have stayed with me throughout my whole life. You know, being called big boned or chubby and things like that, that I've always kind of struggled with the way that I look. And it was only when I became probably like, I think when I went to college, that I really started to take notice of, you know, being a little bit bigger than others, that it became kind of like an unhealthy obsession. And that's when I started like cutting down on what I ate. I had a really unhealthy relationship with food. I also started running for an hour or two a day. And that's kind of like where it started. To me, it wasn't being unhealthy. To me, it was like I was finally losing weight and I was being healthy. It was only when, like 7 years ago, when I lost my menstrual cycle, that I realised that it was unhealthy and that I actually suffer with a thing called body dysmorphia, which I really wanted to raise awareness to in this video, because I think there is a lot of people out there that do suffer with body dysmorphia, and I know myself that even to this day that I do, because I can look at a photograph of myself and I can think that I look absolutely terrible, and then I'll look at that picture a year later and I'll think, oh my god, I look good in that picture. Why did I think I looked terrible back then? So now the reason that I choose to do mindful movement is because I think it's the best way for me to have a good relationship with my body and movement, and still be able to do movement and be healthy, not to become obsessed. So every day I just do what I feel like. So like yesterday, I ended up doing a workout. I just went for a walk with the dogs and did a little bit of stretching on the evening, and that's because I was feeling not up to it. I wasn't feeling good, and I don't let myself feel guilty for that. That's the main thing. There's no guilt when you do mindful movement. It's just about feeling good. So today I've got a little bit more time, I've got a little bit more energy. I want to get that little burn and those endorphins going. So today I am going to work out. Don't get me wrong, there's still good and bad days. There's still days where I hate what I see in the mirror and then I feel like I have to punish myself. by doing some exercise when I really don't feel like it. So every day I'm learning more about myself and more about, you know, self-love. But yeah, anyway, I really don't have much room in this flat, but we work with what we've got. Oh my god, that was such a good workout. I'm literally sweating like mad. I love those type of workouts. I suppose it's more like a strength workout than Pilates, but it's, I don't know, it's just more active, use lighter weights. I just find it's not too stressful on my body, but I feel like I've had a good sweat, if that makes sense. I feel really good after doing that workout. And something I would really like to try is reformer Pilates. There's a couple in the area, so I really need to like book on and go do a class. Anyway, I'm gonna go and grab a shower, and then I've got some filming to do for some recipes, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Good morning. It's now a couple of days later. Completely forgot to vlog yesterday, but to be honest, I didn't really do anything different or exciting. I took the dogs for a couple of walks, but nowhere really fun really. And I was gonna do some yoga, but the day just got out of hand. I just had too much work to do that, you know, I just didn't have time to work out. And that's what this video is all about really. It's about mindful movement and doing it to feel good rather than kind of pressurizing yourself to work out when you don't have the energy all the time. So yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday, but that's fine. I had rest. I laid on the sofa and read my book. I did some editing. I caught up on some work. I had a nice long bath. Caught up on the Summer I Turned Pretty, which I'm absolutely loving at the moment. And yeah, today is a new day. We're going for a nice long walk to Buzzup and then up to my mum's house. And then later today, I've booked something really exciting that we've been wanting to try for ages. So in Whitby, they have like a sauna by the beach. So you go in the sauna, obviously get nice and toasty and warm, and then you go and jump in the sea and then like repeat it for an hour. So we've done it before, but not by the sea. We've done one near York, which is like a lake, and you do the sauna by the lake. So I'm really excited to try this one by the sea. So yeah, we've got that plan for later today, which I'm really excited about. Right now, we're gonna go enjoy the rest of this walk and hunt down some breakfast. It's not so nice weather today though. It looks like it's gonna pee it down any second. Wait for me! She coming. Morning, Mr. Moo and Moo friends. I absolutely love cows. Look how cute they are. Like, literally. I want to just go give it a cuddle. Well, the weather is absolutely delightful.
It's fresh.
Look at my fridge. Oh,
nice calm sea over there.
I am not getting that. I'll give you Alzheimer's in a minute, mate. But that ended up being so nice.
It was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, like literally there was so much stopping us from going because I booked this yesterday and I was really excited. And then a bit TMI, but I got my period and I just thought, oh, I really can't be bothered. But we had to go because I paid for it. Went in and it was just so nice, like a sauna right next to the beach with like little windows looking out to the sea. And the funniest thing was we ended up in the sauna with like a bunch of work lads who were proper sauna enthusiasts.
They were all Russian. They worked for Redpath, which is a mining company. So they were all really heavily into the saunas. So they were getting the heat up to like 90 plus degrees. They had this thing called a whisk when we were told, oh, they're going to use a whisk in here, I was like, a fucking whisk? What are they on about?
Yeah, we thought like a baking whisk.
Yeah. It turns out it's a branch of loads of leaves from oak tree leaves and branches. And they basically get it all wet, get it piping hot, and then whack your back with it.
Whack each other with it.
And they were just whacking each other with it still.
And they were like, and they said to us when a few of the Russians like left to go into the sea, the bloke that was with them, that was like from near us, was saying they're being like nice because you're in here. Normally they make it a lot hotter.
Yeah,
So
usually they get the heat up to 100 and see how long they can last.
Yeah.
They said the idea is to get your head to go wom, wom, wom,
Yeah,
wom,
I
wom,
felt
wom.
that after I got out the last time,
I'm
you know.
not surprised, he was going nuts with the water.
They were going absolutely nuts. Hot as sauna. I think I've been in since we were in France.
But a nice
Ski
bunch
season.
of lads, they were proper like
Yeah, they were
polite, nice,
lovely,
making
and
sure.
Yeah, you sure? Are we okay to get it a bit hotter? Like they were always asking us to make sure that we were
Us
like,
being the people
comfortable.
pleasers we are, yeah, get it as
Get
hot
it
as you
hot.
want, lads.
I was like,
Fine.
I'm a woman. I love it hot. First one to get out.
It's too hot, I need to go into water.
And then I was like, I can't go in the water. It's too cold.
Okay.
I literally only dipped my toes. I was like saying to Adam, no, it's not good for girls who are on the period to get into cold water, which is true. But also, no,
It's usually,
so cold.
it's me that can't get in, but when you've been sauna it, I loved
You
it.
were jumping in. He was like
I've
proper
been
in there.
enjoying the sea.
Yeah.
I don't usually enjoy cold water. I'm not a cold water kind of person.
No, normally am, aren't
Yeah,
I?
you don't mind. But this time,
just
sauna
think
and sea is so much better than I can imagine an ice bath and sea.
I literally would normally be swimming in the sea, but I've got cramps, so the thought of going into a cold sea was just like, no for me. But the sauna was lovely, and you didn't even need to get into the sea, to be fair, 'cause it's quite cold today, so it's like just standing outside, you immediately like cooled down.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely loved it. We'll definitely be doing that again.
Oh, most definitely.
Good afternoon, guys. I've just got back from a nice long walk in the forest with my mum. I've been for 2 long walks today, so I've probably done about 2 hours of walking with the dogs today. So I don't really fancy doing too much this afternoon. So I think I'm going to do like a Pilates yoga hybrid. Like that's my favourite kind of workout. I'm going to run myself a nice bath with some magnesium salts because I'm just a little bit achy. I mentioned yesterday, I got my period yesterday. So I don't like to work too hard when I'm on my period because I just can't be arsed, to be honest. I do like to do some form of movement because I think it really helps with cramping. So I think I'm going to, do about 30 minutes or so and then go get a nice bath. So quick little outfit change. I've just put on this bamboo vest. I love BAM. The clothing is just so nice and soft and comfortable. And these pants I got from Free People, but they're just dead baggy and I love baggy pant and a tight little top. Should we do some doggy yoga? You're the cutest little baby ever.
So when you are ready to get started, roll out your mat and let's begin.
Good now. I'm so glad I pushed myself to do that. I did end up doing some of the ab exercises, but not all of them. I just decided to do my own thing, so I just did some like hip circles and some like light stretches of the hips instead, because I always think that when you do exercise on your period, it's just so important to just listen to your body. If I feel like laying on the sofa and just resting, then I will do. I don't feel guilty or anything because it's important to remember the fluctuations of hormones during our menstrual cycle can affect our energy levels, it can affect our muscle coordination, it can even affect our balance. So it is important to always listen to the body and just make sure that you're taking it a little bit easier and just, make sure that it's helping you feel good, not making you feel worse. Once upon a time back when I used to always make myself feel guilty about working out and I had a very strict regime. If I was on my period, I would already be feeling a little bit shit about myself because I'd be like bloated, that I would like force myself to do like these crazy workouts. and I used to end up feeling like absolutely shit about myself because I wouldn't be able to understand why, when I was trying to do like certain movements, that my balance would be all over, why I couldn't lift as heavy, why I was feeling more exhausted. And it was only when I started to actually educate myself on the menstrual cycle and how as women we have so many different hormones going through our body, and where we are in our cycle really depends how we're going to be feeling and what's best for us exercise wise. And when I actually researched into like the menstrual cycle and exercise, I found out that during your period your pain tolerance is supposed to be at a lot higher level. So they say that lifting weights should be a lot easier. Personally, I don't find that, but I do think though that we are all different, and to just listen to your body, because what I do during my period, you might actually, you know, want to do a little bit more, you might want to do a little bit less. It's so important not to compare ourselves to other people, especially like when it comes down to exercise and diet, because we are all different. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling on and I'm going to go treat myself to a nice bath. Hi guys, happy Sunday. It's the last day of the week. I was going to go up to the gym, but I don't think I'm going to get there in time before it closes. So I think I'm going to go on YouTube again and have a little look for a strength workout. So I think I'm going to go for another Olivia Lawson one. I just want strength. I don't really want to do any cardio today. So I think I'm going to go for this 45-minute strength. Put some loud music on in my headphones. My favourite to listen to when I'm lifting weights has to be either rap music or metal. I just think that just gets you into the groove.
Okay, let's go.
That was a good workout. I'm so glad that I made time for that workout because I feel so good now. I always feel really good after like strength training. I think it makes me feel like strong and like confident. Anyway, that's the end of this vlog as I've come to the end of the week of workouts. I hope you've really enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate the support. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you. Bye.